So today we're going to be talking about our habits for the new year. In this episode, we're kicking off the month for just basically new year, new me. So January is going to be all habits.
You leaning on the wall gives me like douchey vibes.
I don't know why I did that.
I don't know either. I literally, like, the woman was too stunned to speak because I was like, I can't even continue on. All I can picture is this. Hey guys, we're going to be talking about habits this month in January.
How you doing? All right, Ariel.
Sausage.
Anyway, to reel it back in, today, guys, we're going to start off this podcast month with our habits. Since it's new year, new me, we've all decided that it would be good to basically discuss our habits with you, how to build better habits, and to actually create some focus in your year.
Yeah, totally. I agree. The whole point for the month of January is that everybody's already thinking through what their business is going to entail this year, what kind of changes they want to see. And in our brokerage group that we're in, we spent a lot of the month of November and December talking about how to build better habits for 2023. So we really just wanted to bring some of that to you guys as you're already in that headspace and kind of talk about how we break down our habits and how we can kind of change habits.
Dana just
Like
modeling
eating
on
on
that.
camera.
You got to speak up, Dana, or the camera can't see what
You
you're
got
eating.
anything to say, D?
This is so good.
It's kind of a bad habit that none of us actually eat before we start recording for this. So,
Literally,
but
such a good one to talk about.
Yeah, so it's more some of that habits and time blocking and whatnot. So we're going to start off today a little simple. We've got the segment that we may or may not have already discussed. We're going to start off with, would you rather fight a kangaroo?
What
You know
the
what
hell
that
is that again? I forgot. You told me, but what is it again?
It's basically just a this or that type of thing, but it's funnier when you say, would you rather fight a kangaroo or do this?
I got one. Can I go first?
Yes.
Yeah, you can go first. Go ahead.
V, I know you're going to love this one.
Oh, you sure?
Oh, yeah. So, would you want to fight a kangaroo or sit on a flight with a baby next to you for 16 hours?
Definitely fighting the kangaroo. Hands down, fighting the kangaroo.
Why?
Hands down.
Babies are so cute.
He's doing bows. He's like boxing the shit out of that kangaroo.
Giving him some of that.
But wait, he's going to be as tall as the kangaroo, though.
Hey.
That sounds funny because I can imagine the YouTube video right now of like short ginger fighting.
The news story.
The news story.
Breaking news today in
Ginger
Australia.
white man almost gets killed by a kangaroo today.
And you're going to call him a wanker.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a wanker.
Okay. I got one.
What?
What do you
Would
got,
you
Dana?
rather fight a
Jen.
kangaroo? Would you rather fight a kangaroo or give up alcohol for the whole MF year? What do y'all think?
I feel like I could do it.
I could definitely do it. You guys know I don't drink that much.
You don't.
No, you don't. And I've done 90 days, so hey, what's more? And we're about to do 75 hard. I think I could definitely do it.
Yeah, we'll definitely be implementing all our new habits there. I would definitely go with the give up the alcohol. What are you at, Jesse? You gonna do the alcohol? Or you gonna fight that kangaroo?
You know, it's not so much like could I give it up? I can give up anything. It's just, do I want to? And
do you really want to?
I would. I don't drink that often, but when I want to, I want to drink. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like
Yeah, I
it's
definitely
hard
get you
to
there.
say because sometimes I just want to have a drink or cut up. But if it came down to it, I could of course give up alcohol for a year, 5 years. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
and
Like so the
I would rather
mimosas
do
that I
that.
had at the open house the other day, those
Oh yeah.
I was fighting not drinking that whole damn little
I
container.
saw you with a video with one in your hand. I was like, look, he poured himself a little
Sneaky,
mimosa.
sneaky, mister. Did anybody else entail cocktails with you though?
You know what? That blew my mind that nobody else. I didn't have any like pre-poured because I didn't know how people would feel about that. I mean, obviously people are weird about having other people pour their drinks sometimes, but I just left them in the little container that I had, and I was kicking them back myself, but uh, literally nobody actually had one. Only one guy took a water.
See, that's how mine was yesterday too. I only had one water taken. I would eat the cookies. That's why I can't. But
Oh,
That's
75 is really
why
hard.
I always go
let me
very
tell you,
minimal on my open houses. Go
these
ahead.
frosted gingerbread cookies that I got.
Oh,
Oh, I got nothing. I mean, I got nothing but good things to say about them.
When you said that you bought those, I was like, that's my favorite kind. I love spice cookies like that. And then when they're like lightly frosted, yum.
So
I
good.
love the holidays. Okay.
All right, I got
Hit
one
us
for
with
y'all
another
then.
one, B.
So this one's real estate related too.
Ooh.
Would you
okay.
rather fight a kangaroo or cold call 1,000 people?
Oh gosh.
That's tough.
Man, I don't
What I
know.
want to do.
I feel like I would rather cold call. And it sounds crazy because you guys know how much I absolutely abhor cold calling. But there is a little glimmer of hope within cold calling that maybe some person you will make a connection with, maybe some person you will, end up getting a client. And I can hold on to that hope through 1,000 calls more than I can the hope
Yeah.
of not dying from a kangaroo.
Getting beat to death by a kangaroo.
Just getting clobbered by a big ass kangaroo.
That tail alone, though.
What about you, Data?
Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to piggyback off of Jazzy because I think I would probably do the same thing, hoping that I get some clients, I get some people. I mean, you're always gonna get those people, excuse me, that are mean and that don't want to give you the time of day, and that's okay. But I mean, if it's for my business, for growing, and I have the potential of growing rather than dying, 100 or 1,000 cold calls all day.
So what if you knew that you wouldn't die with that kangaroo, though?
If I knew I wouldn't die, I'd still want to grow my business to get money flowing in.
Boom.
Fair enough.
That's what
Okay.
it is.
Well,
That's what it boils down to.
growing your business. I can definitely agree with both of you on that. So I would definitely take the 1,000 cold calls because a kangaroo can beat the hell out of somebody.
Yeah.
Especially you.
So this one,
just kidding.
same height. It gets me.
I actually
Bunch of
heard that
haters.
kangaroos are racist towards gingers.
Can we put a little snippet of a kangaroo and an actual ginger like coming to close in contact? Can we just put that in there real quick?
In all reality,
So
I bet we
funny.
can find a clip of that.
In all reality.
Yes.
I knew it.
So Jazzy's made up this I guess new game. So anytime I say in all reality, everybody's got to take a shot. Well, I don't have any liquor here.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I'm not taking no shot.
Let me get my chai. This is a
Cheers.
chai.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yes. If Brandon says in all reality, and I will guarantee you'll hear it 50 million times on our podcast, because in all reality, that's his favorite phrase.
I don't know why. It just
Honestly,
comes out of my mouth all the time.
I kind of wish that we did have alcohol here right now with us, because this is like,
dude,
I want to kind of see how good we get or how like
So,
worse?
but like, listen, I just watched Lizzo and Seth Meyers get drunk on the Seth Meyers show because he did this like segment where they called like day drinking with Lizzo or something like that.
Yeah.
It was the funniest thing I have seen in a long time. I was crying, laughing. And I was thinking about it and I was like, it would be fun on the podcast to like do a drinking game and just see where the conversation goes. We'll put that on the list, folks.
It'll be on there. And do they get to choose what we drink?
We might be able to
we
work
get to
that
choose
out.
Brandon's, and we pick mezcal.
Nope, not now, not never.
Hey, everybody, pick mezcal for Brandon. Thanks in advance.
Tell you.
Yes, we should let the audience pick our
I don't
drinking
like to drink
game
dirt.
drinks.
I like tequila, but I don't like to
It's
drink
not
dirt. It tastes like dirt to
It's
me.
delicious.
It tastes like garbage.
All right.
Anyway,
let's
Reel
bring
it back in. Reel it back in.
Yes.
I've got one more, and then we have to go to the next part.
Okay.
So, and it's to kind of actually go into our next segment as well. So, would you rather fight a kangaroo or work out 6 days a week with our 75 hard coming up?
I'll let you take that
I'm
one.
I'm gonna have to do the workout because it only betters yourself.
But wait, there's a secret.
But wait, wait a minute.
75
But wait,
hard,
there's more.
It's not 6 days, it's 7 days.
Well,
Wait,
as you both know, I started 75 hard, made it like 2.5 weeks in, and said I'm done with this. So
why did you give up, B?
Because I did not do research on my diet.
Strong.
No. Back it up.
Wait, what?
No.
What?
It was because of the damn weather. Let's all be real. Just
Oh
put it
yeah,
out there.
I'm not
Just
gonna
be
lie to
honest
you
with
there.
yourself.
He gets chilly, you guys. He doesn't like it when his little limbs, little head are cold. So he was like, I can't do an outside workout for 75 days through MF winter. And so we were like,
Yeah.
all right, guess.
You guys don't even know it. You live in Florida.
It's cold here right now.
It's freezing.
I'm drinking a hot drink, which you
look
never
at my
see me doing.
beanie. It's the high is like 65.
I sweat.
Oh my gosh, 65.
Oh, cry me a freaking river. Move to Florida or don't complain.
Reeling it back in to the meat and potatoes of today's topic, the habits.
Meat. What about for vegans?
Well, they can have tofu and whatever. I don't know what vegans eat. I'm a real person. I'm a real boy.
Oh my god, it's so mean. It's so mean, B. So mean.
Okay.
Because I know vegans.
Just so you know that y'all aren't going to get any kind of filters from me. None whatsoever.
I think we already know that, okay?
I think we're all aware.
All right, so what is this meat and potatoes? Sorry, vegans.
Meat and potatoes. Hit us, B.
The meat and potatoes today is all about our habits. Creating new habits, creating habits that will make our business move forward. Creating habits not only that will move the business forward, but actually make us healthier. And that's one thing. So like Jazzy and Dana mentioned earlier, we are doing 75 hard starting on January 1st with all of our group, which is going to be difficult. I don't think anybody actually knows what diet they're going to go with right now. They don't know. They don't have a plan of what they're going to be worked out. What are you going to do, Jazzy?
I have a plan.
What'd you plan?
Well, my husband is doing it with me, and we're doing keto for our diet, but we're not going to count. We're just going to maintain the rules of keto. And the one thing I like about 75 hard too is that the diet restriction, you can pick whatever diet you want, or not even a traditional diet. You can just cut sugar, cut caffeine, things like that. So it's kind of cool the way they let us like pick our own kind of diet or whatever. Any which way, I'm doing keto.
Yeah, I think the main goal of that portion of 75 hard is just to pick a diet and stick with it. and it becomes more of
And
an
discipline.
accountability and accountability and a
Lifestyle.
discipline thing. Do you have any idea what you're doing, Dana?
I think I might be doing like lower carbs. I've actually done that before. I've only intake like 40 carbs a day, and that like really helped me.
Didn't you say
I
Wade
got
was
really
going to be doing it with
toned.
you?
He is. I don't. Coming from him at this moment, he's just going to do steak and fruits. That's all he's going to do.
Like the carnivore diet.
I'll tell you.
Isn't that what you did?
Yeah, that's the one I did. And never in my life had I wanted a vegetable more whenever during that 2.5 weeks. And I was just mind blown. I was like, I would be cooking steaks, cooking chicken, and all I would think about is like, I want some asparagus or I want some green beans or something.
I love asparagus.
I love vegetables. Like I love vegetables. I like
Your kids do
crunchy.
too. I'm so proud of them.
My kids do love vegetables, and it's because I've always eaten vegetables as out of and then they eat vegetables. Like I only like a certain number of vegetables. Like I don't love everything. I don't like things that are mushy like squash and shit. But I do love like anything crunchy, so broccoli and green beans and things like that.
Yeah, there's definitely a point where that food becomes mush and it doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
I love fried squash and fried zucchini, but once it hits that squish point, I'm not about it. Like you can still saute some squash or some zucchini and it would be good.
Have you guys ever done the zoodles?
No,
I haven't yet.
I don't like zucchini. I just spit. Ew.
Ew, get it together over there.
Get it together, Jazzy.
Disgusting.
Okay, so which one B? Did you say which one you're going to do? Which one are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with I'm gonna try the meat eater again, but I'm gonna do some more research and see how I can modify it to, because at the time I was just doing meat and fruit, just getting basically only getting my sugars from the fruit. So I've just got to do some more research on it and figure out if there's something else that I can do.
We can collab together on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll get something going with Wade. So being that everybody is new year, new me in January, I'll be the first to admit that I'm just complete shit when it comes to habits. Like I don't have any good habits. I don't have any bad habits. I just do everything. I don't keep track of anything I'm doing. You guys keep any track?
I feel like out of everybody, you keep the most track of what you're doing. Where Dana and I are very like in the moment people, and you're more of a schedule person. Would you disagree?
Well, yeah, business wise, I definitely agree with that. By my calendars, I do keep that. Just drive it over and back up.
Remembered our handshake we came up with. Remember?
Why was that in motion?
Yeah.
Wait, what is it? It's wait, down, over, flip.
No,
Brandon fixed it for us.
I don't remember how to flip, but because I don't have no hair anymore.
Oh, I did the hair flip.
No, it was just me and Dana's. Brandon's was different. But you remember that?
I do. I forgot about that.
That was during our Christmas party, you guys.
What do y'all struggle with your habits?
Well, this is one. Squirrel mode.
Squirrel
99% of the time. Yeah, no. Some other bad habits I have is time management. Also, I don't ever write anything down. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And then come time and I'm like, oh shit. Completely forgot to do that.
I'm gonna call you out on that one because Dana's like, oh, we're recording on Sunday? Oh, I took a shift.
And then I dropped it. But that's another part of my habits. I'm going to be out of hospitality, hopefully here in the very near future. So that way I don't even have to worry about that. Actually, I don't put that in there because I'm actually have those.
Everybody write down in the comments. She's supposed to quit soon.
Before Christmas.
Soon.
Then it was after Christmas. And now it's before her birthday.
Yeah.
But that was the original plan, was before my birthday. So see, that's like, I moved too much along. And another one is like, I was never one to really hold myself accountable for not having good habits. And when we've been talking about it in our mastermind calls these last few weeks, I've really taken a toll on myself, because she's like, our Karis will be like, oh, hey, can anybody want to share? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go out here and I'm just going to stick the nail on the hammer. And I did it. And that like really made me realize that, okay, I got to get my shit together.
Yeah, I'll be the first to
Yeah.
admit my habits are just complete shit. But you know, I used to be completely unorganized, and it really boiled down to after I went back to college to get my architectural degree that I actually had to implement a schedule and start holding myself accountable for getting stuff done. Because I don't know if you know anything about architecture school, but you have projects on top of projects on top of projects that you like literally
We
have to
know
build out,
everything
and you're
about
spending
architecture school.
hours. You're spending hours and hours in labs, and it's a pain in the
Totes.
ass. But yeah, I'm like you. I struggle with like consistency and my time management. As
Yeah.
structured as I am, I still struggle with that.
Isn't
I know,
that weird?
which is, it's wild to me because in my mind, I make sense. Like in my own head, it makes sense to think and do the things that I think and do. And then I meet somebody like B who is like so different in that realm. Like his mind just thinks so differently than me. And it works out good because he makes up for something that we lack. And you know, I feel like surrounding yourself by people who will hold you accountable, but only if you also hold yourself accountable. Because like he's not, y'all aren't my parents. Nobody's going to be telling me what to do to make money and to grow and be better. But it does help to have people that are on your team, on your side, that can compliment you, and you guys are the same in certain areas, but are, you know, different in other areas. And when it comes to habit forming, I'm the absolute worst, but it goes along with my personality. And I think that as we assess our personalities, like personality assessments and just identifying yourself more should not then be a crutch for you. You don't want it to then be like, well, I'm just a disorganized person. I'm just flighty. I'm just this. So therefore, I then have a pass to be that way. That's not what personality assessments, in my opinion, especially in the business world, what they're good for. What I feel like they're really good for is understanding where you're weak and identifying why you're weak in this area, and then lean into it on how to correct it and how to grow in that specific area.
Well,
Then
I'm glad
there,
that you're bringing that up though,
then
Jazzy, because you know that I actually just found out myself. You know, I don't know what we haven't discussed about what personality types you guys are, have we?
no, but I
Nope.
would
Okay.
love
Well,
to.
I would love
you
to
know,
also.
I
I
actually
love
just found
to.
out that I'm actually an ambivert, which I never even knew
What's
was a
that?
thing. It's basically a mix of both extrovert and introvert. I can be comfortable in great big groups of crowds, or I can be comfortable just sitting at home by myself, not talking to nobody, which is to the point. That's to the
Yeah.
T. That's me. What
I
personality do
don't
you
think we
guys
have
do?
to
Have y'all
really.
done tests?
Do we even have to say what we are?
I don't think anybody would have a question in their mind that we are the
You never
extroverts.
know. Somebody
My
might be wrong.
literal handle on TikTok and Instagram for the beginning of my career was the extrovert realtor. Because I obviously am very extrovert. And truly, if you want to assess if you're an extrovert, introvert, or ambivert, the biggest thing I feel like you can do is to figure out where your batteries recharge. Do you recharge around people? Do you recharge by yourself? Or can you recharge in either situation? But I know this about me being an extrovert. Like everybody kind of is like, oh, they're just loud in the life of the party. Truly, I will get depressed if I'm stuck at home for like a week and I have not gone anywhere and I have not seen anyone. Except for my kids, but I see them all the time. But if I have not been out and about, even just to go to the store or whatever, I myself will start, my battery goes out of my body and I just lose my fire. I just lose my energy. And truly being around people is what fills my cup. You know what I mean?
Oh, facts on facts on facts. When I had COVID, I hated my life. I would be
Literally.
like FaceTiming everybody that I knew. I'd be like, hey, people, I'm dying over here, but it's okay.
Show me some love.
Worse. And people don't understand.
I
Like
know.
you just think when you hear extrovert, like, oh, they're just fun. They just need to, whatever.
I mean, we're that.
And I'm like, I'm obviously that. But at the same time, the opposite is true. If I'm just by myself all the time, I about drown in my own thoughts and I lose all my energy because I need to be around people. That's truly what gives me life. What gives you life? Being around people or being at home?
See, and
By
that's
yourself.
where I can be both. So there'll be days where I'll just sit there and work and just sit here in my cave and not talk to anybody.
That.
His back
Yeah.
cave.
Yeah, it's my back cave. Don't judge me.
Look at that. We didn't even think about it. First name came
It literally is like a dungeon, y'all. I hope you guys realize this is a black hole where he sits and works all day.
It is not that
And it was
bad.
not like that 2 months ago. 3 months. Oh
Hey.
my God, 3 months ago?
I don't
He
know.
made it
It's been like
happen.
this for at least 2 months. Yeah. Just trying to make it look
he
good.
Made it happen.
Vegas.
It looks great.
Yeah, no, it
Was
does
it-
look great.
we
Was
all
it
have
before
his-
Vegas?
Love his cave.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you
I think
started.
so.
I think you started painting one wall before Vegas.
I don't remember.
But anyway, sorry, we didn't mean to.
Sorry,
Look,
go ahead.
squirrel moments.
Meh.
We will not rely on our personality to make up for our mistakes. Continue, Brandon.
No, I mean, it's like I said, it's like because ambivert is both. So like I can just hang out in my cave for a week and not talk to anybody, and then I actually get the itch to go out and see people. But either which way, both ways charge my batteries.
And then there's like, I know like you can go more in depth. So like obviously we're extrovert and you're ambivert. But so I did the
Enneagram?
Yeah, so
You
I
did
did that one.
What number are you?
Okay. So it didn't give me a number, but it's gonna go with how. So everybody that we ever meet, when Jazzy and I are together, and Brandon can testify to this. Everybody is so jealous because of how extra we are, and we don't care. Like we light up the room, we keep the vibes going, and that's what we love about each other. And I think that's what makes us like glow like a freaking glow stick on crack.
Yeah, in all
Sure.
like
But
whenever I'm with you guys, like my personality changes. It's like a whole different level. Yeah, I caught myself.
In all reality, that is true.
No shot there.
when we were in
No
Boca,
shot there.
you were
But yeah.
dancing on the dance floor. I got the guitar, dude. And the guy randomly gave me his guitar, and I started freaking playing it.
I never
so
even
funny.
saw
Where
that.
am I?
Where was I? I didn't see
Dude,
that
I don't
at
know
all.
You
where
were-
I
you
didn't see you
were,
have
but he went to the back and grabbed a special guitar, literally, and brought it out for Dana to play with it. And it was so cool because there was a guitar solo on the DJ right then. And she's just like, it looks literally like she is doing the guitar solo. And it was so fun.
Oh, was this
I
after
don't
the
know how to
band
play
had
guitar.
quit? Because it looked like the
this
same
No,
is
this
exact
was like
guitar
during
he
their
had.
break.
Started.
And then they were calling all of us. Excuse me. They were calling all us up. They're like, "Everybody, here's a real estate agent." We were like,
And we were like, "Yay!" But see, that's the fun thing. And Brandon, I like what you said about your personality changing a little bit, when you're around us, because it kind of brings you out a little bit more. When you guys are choosing members that you want in your team, what sponsor you want to get, if you're switching brokerages or your mentor or whatever it is, you want to try to know more about your personality so that you can find who might mesh well with your personality. And as you create your sphere around you of other agents in the industry, lenders, and things like that, you really just need people. Like, I always try to get my vendor list is very much filled with people who problem solve like I do and who close deals like I do, but that also make up for what I'm lacking. A lot of them are admin oriented, they're organized and focused, and I'm not good at those things. So their strengths mixed with my weaknesses creates a powerhouse team. It's the same with our group, and it's the same as you go out and you're trying to surround yourself with good people, pick a partner in life or a partner in business, whatever it is. Knowing yourself, as Chrissy, who's the leader of our group, she talks about this a lot. She always says, know thyself. But assessing your personality is a really good way to understand who you are. The two that I love the most are Myers-Briggs, which I am the entrepreneur, and less than like 4.3% of the population are ENTPs. That's my Myers-Briggs. So they have Myers-Briggs assessments online. You can test them out. You've probably heard of like INFJ or ENFP, like those little acronym initials. Myers-Briggs breaks everybody down. I think it's 16 different personality types. And so when I learned that about myself, I did the Myers-Briggs, learned that I was the entrepreneur, which is ENTP. And then I went down the rabbit hole and I was like, that makes more sense. I make more sense because I'm a very idea person. I'm all in the head. Like I could spit out 500 ideas. Brandon will call me. He can attest because he'll call me about any given thing. And I'll just like be like, have you tried this? What about this? Blah, 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 blah. And I'll just like spew ideas because that's like how I work. My commodity truly is ideas. And so it just makes it to where but when I put rubber meets the road and I try to put one of those ideas into action, I have a harder time with that because I'm very like, oh, but I just thought of something else and I want to go and do that or, whatever. And so knowing that about myself, I know that I lack focus in certain areas. And instead of letting that be a crutch for myself or
Yeah,
my
and
business.
like that's what makes being a part of a group good, because like in this industry, you're the only one moving your business forward. And if you can have somebody there to support you and give you ideas,
Preach.
like in our group, I call both of these girls all the time, and I'm like, what should I do on this?
Literally.
Or like I send them graphics that I'm doing for open houses or something like that. I'm saying, hey, just need a second opinion. What do you guys think of this? And they always have some ideas that end up helping me out, making it better.
Yeah.
It
And he's, he's the same way. We love having people to bounce ideas off of. And just like you said, there's never going to be a broker. There's never going to be a team leader. There's never going to be anybody that cares more about your business than you. So if you're relying on somebody else to feed you leads, to push your business forward, then you're not an entrepreneur, you're an employee. All right, let's just be real. If you are
Exactly.
in real estate and you're an agent, you are an entrepreneur. You really have got to switch your mind into thinking, I am the only one that will propel my business forward. And I'm the only one who cares enough about it to get the shit done. And so, I feel like a lot of newer agents, and we've met them, they've, even been in our group sometimes where they truly want us or EXP or the group in general or whatever it is to like give them something. And in our philosophy, we give you the tools to create a business, but the actual gas to fuel the car to the business it has to come from you. and that internal intrinsic motivation. And so that's why we wanted to talk about habits and how much habits can affect both negatively and positively can affect your business. And so I know that a couple of us have read through this book. It is called Atomic Habits. But it's, I don't know how you feel about it, Brandon, but for me at least, it has really, really, really changed the way I even view the small things. And it talks about, it debunks the myth of the overnight success, and it's just truly really, 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 really solid. So if you are interested in reading and learning more about habits, we're going to put this in our Amazon storefront, and you can check that from our link. So so we definitely recommend that one. And then Brandon, I know you've been reading one that's been really killer. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, the one that I've been reading it's called Wealth Habits by Candy Valentino. And this has actually been a book like Atomic Habits was good for me. Like it was very like I think it was kind of dry for me, but I read through it. It had some great points, and I will definitely read it again because I'm the type of person I need to read a book 2 or 3 times before it actually fully sinks in. And if you're not highlighting in your books, then you're not really reading. If you're not taking notes on the side of the
I
page,
agree.
you're not really reading that book. You're not getting the full value of that book. But like like I said, I started reading Wealthy Habits by Candy Valentino, and this book, if if anybody knows anything about me, before I actually started with EXP, I had only ever actually read one book on purpose, and I've now read like 8. But this book, I can't put it down every time because I make myself read an hour before I go to bed every day, and it's one of those ones that like I can't wait until I get to that hour before I'm going to bed just to read it because it's so valuable. Like there's so much
That's so
good
cute.
information in there. So I would definitely recommend
That is
picking that one up as well.
We have way too many books. I'll eventually get to that one, but
I'm going to read
Yeah,
it
sorry.
too.
Let's squirrel
they all
over.
make fun of me because I've got like 6 books on my nightstand and I've got
Because he doesn't
I
finish
think
them. He will
I
Read
read
them
read
them
all in
like I
part
get
between.
tired of one.
way.
I get tired of one and then I read another one and then read the back 2
No,
each
because
is
then he
though.
doesn't remember it, and then he doesn't remember exactly where he left off.
And that's why he has to read it twice.
No.
It answers everything.
Oh,
No.
that is true. If you would read it all the way through the first time and actually be present, I bet you could read a book one time and get what you need to get up from it.
You're welcome for debunking
You're
that
welcome.
mythology.
We fixed you.
I guess I'll have to debunk that on 75 Hard.
Yes. Oh, and remember,
Woo!
if you guys wanted to join in on 75 Hard with us, remember there is no audiobooks that is not allowed in 75 Hard.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I know that we're starting this in January, but if you wanted to jump onto 75 Hard, you can join us on Facebook in our Facebook community. And those of us that are doing 75 Hard will be posting in there as well. So feel free to jump in and just start it whenever, because I promise you it will change your life. The whole point of 75 Hard is for mental discipline. It's not to lose weight. It's not to be healthier. It's not to whatever. Those are side effects of it, but that's not what it's for. The whole point is to be focused and disciplined here. And so if you are interested in joining, please come join our Facebook community. The link is in our bio, and you can join us for 75 Hard with all your woes and with all your wins.
It's going to be such a good year, guys. I'm so flippin' excited.
I'm ready to get started for sure. And that's another thing. So like our team has so many helpful resources that you can use like training wise. How much have you guys gone through in our Empire Wolfpack training?
Well, when it comes to the Wolf Pack, I've done a lot from Social Agent Academy, which I really love because obviously I'm on social media. And if you've ever wondered how to start a YouTube channel or start up a Facebook ad or anything like that, our Social Agent Academy training is really, really good for that stuff. And then they created the hub. Did they already have it when you guys joined in Wolfpack? Okay.
Yeah, they
So
did
they
when I
came
did.
out with it a couple months in. So I didn't have access to it until it like launched officially or whatever. And so I've only used it for a couple of things, a couple of KV core things and things like that. But you guys had it since you joined. So what have you used out of our resources?
Yeah. I mean, I do look at recorded calls and stuff, but I don't really, for Wolfpack purposes and stuff, I haven't really done the Social Agent Academy or the Hub just because I'm still kind of new to this whole situation. So obviously, I'm going to dive in more as this new year happens. Excuse me. And also, I think I'm going to use it more because I have some up and coming things that I'm personally doing for myself. So I know I can wean in on that at any moment whenever I need to help me support what I'm actually working on. But I definitely think that this is like a game changer for in the real estate community because I know everybody's like, oh, you're going to be by yourself. You're not on a team. You're not sharing your commission. You're not going to go far. And I'm like, you're not though. We're not. And I know we said this in our last episode, like we're never alone, and we're not. We have our broker that we can go to if we have any questions at all whatsoever. We have our EXP world that we can go into, and that's not even including all of the hours that they have of training, which I think is like what,
It's
70
like
hours,
50 hours a week or
But yeah,
something.
something.
Yeah.
they do 50 hours a week, and
Yeah,
it's
and then
always
we have
different.
6 mastermind calls a week between Wolfpack and Empire. Like,
I
just
mean,
everybody shoo away that.
look at us right now. We made a connection. We ended up living 5 seconds from each other. B lives in Texas, but we're so connected through our cloud-based brokerage, but also because we made connections. You can make connections with anyone anywhere, which is it just makes it really cool because it's almost like you get to pick the people that you work with. You know what I mean? Which who the heck doesn't want to do that? Um Brandon, how much have you gone through?
I'm a little bit of an overachiever on that one because like I I've always had some kind of background with YouTube and editing videos and whatnot. Um, but before I actually started my YouTube channel, I didn't exactly know how to do all the SEO or how to, you know, do the proper keywords, just the nitty-gritty stuff like the background and the analytics and everything. But once I went through that, I actually learned a lot about it. Granted, I still don't know nearly as much as I should, but this whole process is a learning process. So you have to figure out what works for you and go from there.
Yeah, and I think that like um oh shit, you just said something and I
What?
you just
But
said
learning,
Overachiever.
oh, you said I don't know as much as I should. That I don't think is the case
think maybe I've got
because
imposter syndrome.
you yeah, like you know what you need to be doing. You're going out and you're making the moves and when the clients call, you know what to do. So you know what you're doing. And questioning it every now and then is normal, but it's really just more about taking what you've soaked in and now you're kind of squeezing the sponge and letting it trickle out. And yeah, that mindset that you had though when you said that is what, like, you don't want to have that. Like, you do know as much as you should and you're going to continue to learn and grow because that's your personality. But yeah, I don't know, I don't want us to all cut ourselves down. Everything that we say about ourselves really should be positive. Like, I'm an overachiever on this. I done studied all of these different modules and bam, I got my clients. I knew exactly what I was going to do or whatever it is. And it's not about ego. It's just about mindset, really being positive and taking every win and celebrating it. The fact that you've gone that far in your like modules and stuff like that and you killed your express offers so quick, like, those are good positive things and you should always remember that.
Yeah, and I was actually super
Absolutely.
surprised about getting the express offers done so quick, and also getting my first reload client too on that. So that's
Exactly.
we've got so many opportunities here that we'd love to have you guys come on, and if you're looking for a place to hang your license, by all means, just hit us up, give us your information, and we'll make sure we help
Join
you
the
out the best we
family.
can. Or even if you don't want to move your license, we'll still help you, because in this business we're here to create the relationships, because real estate is a business of relationships. So
100%.
whether you want to move over or you want to stay where you're at, just ask for the help. That's the number one goal.
Yeah.
Is, you have to ask for the help.
And we wanted our community that we grew here in the podcast to really feel like family. So yeah.
Well, on that note, I think that we gave them a really good show today. And I think that they're all going to be excited for 2023. I know I'm excited. Habits, and we all have been not been taking our foot off the gas pedal all through December, which is killer because that's already putting our actions that we want or our goals into actions, and we're pushing them forward to kick off 2023. So on that note, I am excited. If you guys have questions about any habits of any sort, reach out to us and we would love to help you.
Yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all the hubbub that you're supposed to do. And stay tuned, because next week we're going to be putting out an episode regarding 7 easy building steps of building an action board, and that will help you out through the rest of the month.
I can't wait to teach on that one.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
All right.
Sounds good.
Peace.